They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Houston Texans. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's a guy on his 4th franchise in 2 years, Carlos Hyde. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Watson. And incomplete. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Now it's Watson. And he finds Stills, complete. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From just shy of midfield, Watson. He's got Fuller. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. He's going through a rough patch throwing the football. 4 interceptions in that loss last week. Opening drive starts the game with a pick here.
But we did spend time with the head coach and the offensive coordinator and asked them, what did you see on tape? What did you see on film? And they talked about mechanics, making sure that he gets his feet underneath him, doesn't overstride, does a better job taking care of the football. And I think they're shocked as anyone to see the first one of the game here in this one.
Yeah, he needs to start heeding their advice. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down. A first down throw for Brissett. That one complete to Wilkins, the running back. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Now Brissett. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. from the shotgun. It's Brissett. He's going to fire one deep. It's caught inside the 25. 30 yards there, and, of course, the first down as well.
You had to figure they'd take a shot downfield on 3rd and long, so the old cliche came into mind right away for me. Who wants it more? You always hear about receivers, you hear about their hands, their moves, their speed. How about the positioning and the desire to go get that one out of the air?
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Let's get it.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
That's the way.
Brissett now. That's into the hands of Pascal. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal.
Slam, slam, slam. Bang, 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 bang.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it?
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
Let's go. 50 flag. 50 QB's trash. Let's go.
They'll try to run with Hines. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines. His second touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
Don't get nervous. 24.
Out of the gun, Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on third and 9. A shotgun snap for Watson. Finding fouls complete. That's good for 28 yards. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. A first down carry here for Johnson. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 44-yard line.
Kill. 154. 155.
On 2nd and 9, Watson forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run, deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Watson. Looking for his tight end, fouls, and it's intercepted. Picked by Pierre Desir. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Flushed out right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
They go play action with Brissett. Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go deep. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Mike 41. We got to wedge that. You better bring it. You rotate. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it. Check the belt. Echo.
They just get the play off. Now Brissett. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And they're set up in a golden position here right around the 10-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, there's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case,
and he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Lamar Miller, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Check 24. Check 24. Motion.
This is Hines. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Freeman. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. That good for 19 and a first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 45-yard line. Brissett buying time to his left. Now he'll pull it down, and he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Ready. Watch the slant.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Brissett under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
We got to wedge that, huh? Here we go. 41's coming. 41's a mic. Know your job.
It's 3rd and long for Brissett. And the pressure gets to him again. J.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Watson. They'll roll him out right. And the catch made by Hopkins. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That goes for a gain of 31. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
Where's the tag? UAT! Man, I got you.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson eluding the pressure right. And that's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Going deep here for Stills. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Here's Brissett. Dancing to his left. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Texans scoop it. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
All the practice, all the training, all the meetings. In this situation, I know exactly what quarterbacks are taught. Take care of the football. That's job one, paramount. Because you cough it up here, you might be giving up 6 points real easy.
Tip of the cap to the defense, though, forcing the fumble. And they'll get him down right around the 16. And give the tackle to Anthony Walker.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
On second down, it's Miller. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. They come out here in the I.
6-man. Check girls.
They'll run for it with Hyde. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Second down and goal. Watson, blitz coming, and down he goes. Nick Perry comes flying in for the sack.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 25 yards out. The kick by Fairbairn is good. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Tight end right.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. He's going to rifle one deep left side, and that's caught inside the 35. It's a gain of 35.
It's your first drive of the second half. You're down on the scoreboard. Maybe you just say to yourself, let's take a shot, see if we can shake them up. And, boy, they hit that one.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Freeman. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
But think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person that's on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there was another first down run right there.
Put him on the buses.
Here's Hoyer. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
From the 21, it's second and 10.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
They run with Hines. He's got the first down inside the 10. And finally down at the 9-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Hoyer escaping. And the ball is knocked out. But I believe the Colts were able to fall on this when they were. And so possession will remain with Indy.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here's Hines. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? Now Hoyer. Flush to his right. It's caught by Funchess. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
The holding penalty, that puts them in an unenviable spot here as they try again on third and goal.
Yes, yes. Mike 41. We've got to wedge that, huh? Hey, Zoo. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
They'll set up to throw. Flushed out right. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. Fourth down.
That's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And Vinatieri's kick is good. Vinatieri, the NFL's oldest active player, also the league's all-time leading scorer, past Morton Anderson last year.
Yeah, he turned 46 in December of 2018. He really can't see it in his leg, maybe in the beard.
You can see it in the beard.
Maybe in the beard, that's about it. But as long as he's booting them the way he's booting them, keep going, big guy.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. Play action for Miller. Now Watson rolling to his right. It's complete to Fuller. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. Watson hitting Fuller with a big one. 67 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation. They'll try and run for it with Miller. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
want two.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
One man in the backfield. That's Miller, second and goal. Here's Watson. Steps away to his left. He'll run it. And it's a touchdown. Deshaun Watson with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year as his guys are able to regain the lead.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
To put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Forced out to his left. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Ready? 15, line it. 15 line. Defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Watch the edge. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Snap.
They'll set up a throw. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They get 9 yards there, and they get a first down. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Hines. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Hey, Echo.
From just shy of midfield, Hoyer. A good throw here, finding Pascal. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 40. Hoyer now 5 of 6, very accurate since taking over. And he's got his guys a first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DJ Reader picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Check 41.
2nd and 15. He's going to rifle one deep left side. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock. On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
On the ready.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot. Great place to run some of your best.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. J.J. Watt in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. A pass down the middle is fought for and hauled in. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Zach Pascal, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. To throw on 2nd and 10. Poyer looking sideline, incomplete. He was looking for Chester Rogers that time, and it's 3rd down.
When everything is in sync on defense, that means everyone's communicating really well, and sometimes it's nonverbal. They just know that when a receiver's in one spot, this person may have him, and he's in another spot, the next defender may have him. And they've squeezed the passing lanes down.
This is caught inside the 15. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Eric Ebron. His 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. They do tack on the extra point as well, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Watson now to throw. Being chased out left. And he's going to keep it here. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the 1st. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Tenth carry now for Lamar Miller. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans push further out in front.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready. 30 base.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's into the hands of Pascal. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. A gain of 6 there on first. To throw again on second down. Hoyer, now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. Trying to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
And he hits his tight end, Ebron. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
It's a gain of 22 yards.
Set. 10-2 stop. Check 41. You must be getting tired of seeing two.
Looking to throw on second down. Hoyer, he's going to let it fly. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, Haywood. 41's coming. 41's a mic. All right. Here we go.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Hoyer now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Justin Reed. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Texans, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Colts, it's loss number 3 for them on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.